Well, it's still November. You may be thinking it's still too early to start thinking about Christmas holidays, but think again. RCMP and other emergency responders are making their plans for it. In the Comox Valley, police and fire department officials are gearing up for this year's Operation Red Nose. That's a campaign that is run by volunteers. It picks you up in your vehicle at the end of the night to make sure that you get home safely. CTV's Gord Kurbis shows us how it works.
Once again, we're heading towards the season where evenings that begin like this could easily end up in tragedy.
One serious crash affects and devastates a family forever. That is the message out there, and we need to avoid that type of thing.
Police and other first responders in the Comox Valley have certainly had their share of alcohol-related crashes to deal with. That's why, once again, they're throwing their support behind Operation Red Nose.
In the holiday season, people do want to get out and socialize. We understand that, but we're asking them to find a safe way to get home. Operation Red Nose is just one way that people can look ahead.
Operation Red Nose is an annual campaign that began in Quebec back in 1984. It's now grown to 95 locations across the country. This will be the second year for it in the Comox Valley.
Basically, we provide rides for people that are either impaired or fatigued or for whatever reason don't feel comfortable driving their car home. And the service is free. It's to promote awareness, basically, against drinking and driving during the holiday season.
The campaign kicked off its hunt for volunteers this morning. Those volunteers act as designated drivers, taking partiers home in their vehicles. For donation, participants can get themselves and their vehicles home safely.
We had 50 last year. We're hoping for at least 80, maybe even 100. The more volunteers, the more rides.
One of those volunteers from last year was Comox Fire Chief Gord Schreiner. He said he'd much rather be driving people home than dealing with them in accident situations.
That was interesting. I got to meet a lot of nice people, both the volunteers and the customers we picked up, and I thought it was very worthwhile.
RCMP are putting their enforcement plans together for the upcoming holiday season and say it's due in large part because many are still not getting the message.
It continues to be a fairly significant problem. An example is not 2 days ago, our members stopped a fellow driving who was taking his kids to school. He was impaired. People don't believe they're going to be detected if they're driving during the day or early morning. The fact is, we will be looking for people who may be impaired.
Operation Red Nose will run Friday and Saturday nights from 9 p.m. until 3 a.m., beginning on November 25th, running through to December 31st. For more information, you can log on to operationrednose.com. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Courtney.